You mentioned how you are the play-by-play voice of preseason Rams football. And I will turn to you, the latest Rams insider, if you will. Can you tell me what the hell happened with Todd Gurley's knee last year?
Sure.
And what it bodes for 2019 Andrew Siciliano?
Absolutely. I can tell you what I know, and I don't think people are lying to me. There is no super secret story here. They're not hiding anything from the world in any way, shape, or form. Todd Gurley, the last 3 years, has been on the field, not taking the ball, but been on the field for 70% of the Rams snaps. 70. More yards from scrimmage, touchdowns, touches than any other back in the National Football League. Last year, he did get banged up. They sat him down 2 games in December. Remember, he came back against the Cowboys and had 100 yards in that playoff game, and he was fine. But he had the wear and tear of any workhorse running back down the stretch. When you take into account his knee injury coming out of college, they need to lessen the load. NBA, load management.
I understand that.
They need that.
Weeks 13 through 17, where I understand they kept him out.
Right.
And then riding a bicycle during portions of the NFC Championship game.
I think Sean McVay would admit that he probably, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, probably had a little bit of a quick hook in New Orleans. Now, Todd Gurley misplayed 2 balls. I believe he had a drop pass on 3rd down and maybe a fumble. But either way, the first 2 drives, the first quarter in New Orleans, not his finest quarter. McVay probably had a bit of a quick hook then. They won that game.
They did.
Jared Goff, lights out in that game. His best performance. Forget about the Chiefs game, the Vikings game. That game was his masterpiece. Nothing went well in the Super Bowl. Now, I sound like an excuse maker here. I realize if you take away the holding call on John Sullivan in the 4th quarter that wiped out a 20-yard Todd Gurley gain, which sets them up on that final drive to potentially finally get in the end zone, his numbers look a lot different. But I'm with you. Nothing went well that night against Bill Belichick at the Super Bowl.
So what about 2019?
I think he is going to be fine. I think he's going to be dynamic. If you're asking from a fantasy perspective, no, I will. I'll tell you, they want to lessen the load, and that is why they went and got Darrell Henderson. He'll be the Alvin Kamara to the Mark Ingram, or they need a guy to lessen the load and come in on 3rd down or get 10 carries. Todd Gurley's going to have 1,000 yards. He's going to have double-digit touchdowns. He is going to be a wow player. I don't know that he's going to be 1,800 yards and 17 touchdowns because they don't want to give him that kind of workload.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.